All the commandments that I command you today you shall be watchful to perform, so that you may live and increase, and go in and inherit the land that the Lord swore to your fathers. And you shall remember all the way that the Lord your God has led you in the wilderness, so that he might distress you and test you and discern the things in your heart, whether you would keep his commandments or not. And he distressed you and let you hunger and fed you with manna, with which your fathers were not acquainted, in order to announce to you that man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that goes out through the mouth of God man shall live. Your clothes were not worn off you, your feet did not become hard. Look, for 40 years. And you shall know in your heart that as a certain person might discipline his son, so the Lord your God will discipline you. And you shall keep the commandments of the Lord your God, to go in his ways and to fear him. For the Lord your God is bringing you into a good and extensive land, in which there are wadis of waters, springs of underground waters, flowing out through the plains and through the mountains, a land of wheat and barley, vines, figs, pomegranates, a land of olive trees, of oil and of honey, a land in which you will eat your bread without poverty, and will not be in need of anything therein, a land whose stones are iron, and from its mountains you will mine copper. And you shall eat and be filled, and bless the Lord your God on the good land that he gave you. Take heed for yourself, lest you forget the Lord your God, so as not to keep his commandments and his judgments and his statutes, which I command you today, lest when you have eaten and been filled, and having built fine houses and lived in them, and when your oxen and sheep have multiplied, and when silver and gold have been multiplied to you, and when all that you own has been multiplied to you, you become exalted in heart, and forget the Lord your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt, out of a house of slavery, who led you through that great and fearsome wilderness, where there was a biting snake and a scorpion in thirst, where there was no water, who brought out for you from flint rock a spring of water, who fed you with manna in the wilderness, that your fathers did not know, so that he might distress you and test you, that you might do well at your end. Do not say in your heart, my strength and the mastery of my hand have produced for me this great power. And you shall remember the Lord your God, for it is he who gives you strength to produce power, and so that he may uphold his covenant that he swore to your fathers as today. And it shall be, if by forgetting you forget the Lord your God, and go after other gods and serve them and do obeisance to them, I call you to witness today, that with destruction you shall perish, as also the remaining nations, which the Lord is destroying before you, so shall you perish, because you have not heard the voice of the Lord your God. Hear, O Israel, you are crossing the Jordan today, to go in to dispossess nations rather larger and mightier than you, cities great and walled up to the sky, a great people both numerous and tall, sons of Enoch, whom you know and of whom you have heard. Who can stand up against sons of Enoch? And you shall know today that the Lord your God, he proceeds before you. A devouring fire is he. He will destroy them utterly, and he will divert them before you, and you will destroy them quickly, as the Lord has said to you. When the Lord your God eliminates these nations before you, do not say in your heart, saying, it is because of my righteousness that the Lord has brought me in to inherit this good land. But because of the impiety of these nations, the Lord will destroy them utterly before you. It is not because of your righteousness or the holiness of your heart that you are going in to inherit their land, but because of the impiety of these nations, the Lord will destroy them utterly before you. And in order that he may uphold the covenant that the Lord swore to your fathers, to Abraham and Isaac and Jacob. And you shall know today that it is not because of your righteousness the Lord your God is giving you this good land to inherit, for you are a stiff-necked people. Remember, do not forget how you provoked the Lord your God in the wilderness, from the day you came out of Egypt until you came into this place. You have continued being disobedient, regarding things concerning the Lord. Even at Koreb you provoked the Lord, and the Lord was angry enough with you to destroy you utterly. When I was going up the mountain to receive the stone tablets, the tablets of the covenant that the Lord established with you, and I stayed on the mountain 40 days and 40 nights. I did not eat bread, nor did I drink water. And the Lord gave me the 2 stone tablets written with the finger of God, and on them had been written all the words that the Lord had spoken to you at the mountain. And it happened, throughout 40 days and 40 nights, that the Lord gave to me the 2 stone tablets, tablets of covenant. And the Lord said to me, Get up, go down quickly from here, for your people whom you brought from the land of Egypt have acted lawlessly. They have digressed quickly from the way that you commanded them. They have made for themselves a molten image. And the Lord said to me, I have spoken to you once and twice, saying, I have seen this people, and look, it is a stiff-necked people. Permit me to destroy them utterly, and I will blot out their name from beneath the sky, and I will make of you a nation great and strong and more numerous than this one. And after I had turned, I went down from the mountain, and the mountain was burning with fire, and the 2 tablets were in my hands. And when I saw that you had sinned against the Lord your God, and had made for yourselves a molten image, and had digressed from the way that the Lord had commanded you, then having taken hold of the 2 tablets, I flung them from my 2 hands, and smashed them before you. And I petitioned before the Lord a second time, as also the first, 40 days and 40 nights. I did not eat bread, and I did not drink water, on account of all your sins that you had sinned, by doing what was evil before the Lord your God, to provoke him. And I was terrified on account of the wrath and the anger, because the Lord had been provoked against you to destroy you utterly. And the Lord listened to me this time also. And the Lord was very full of wrath against Aaron to destroy him utterly. And I prayed also on behalf of Aaron at that time. And your sin which you had made, the bull calf, I took it and burned it with fire, and crushed it, grinding it thoroughly, until it became fine, and it was as dust. And I threw the dust into the wadi that runs down from the mountain. And at the burning also, and at the temptation, and at the graves of lust, you were provoking the Lord your God. And when the Lord sent you from Kadesh Barnea, saying, Go up, and inherit the land that I am giving you, then you disobeyed the word of the Lord your God, and did not trust him, and did not listen to his voice. You were disobedient in regard to things concerning the Lord from the day he knew you. And I petitioned before the Lord, for 40 days and for 40 nights that I petitioned, for the Lord said that he would destroy you utterly. And I prayed to God and said, O Lord, Lord, King of the gods, do not utterly destroy your people and your possession, whom you redeemed by your great strength, whom you brought out of the land of Egypt, with your great strength and with your strong hand and your high arm. Remember Abraham and Isaac and Jacob, your attendants, to whom you swore by yourself. Do not look upon the stubbornness of this people, and upon the impieties and upon their sins, lest the inhabitants of the land from whence you have brought us say, saying, Because the Lord was not able to bring them into the land, that he mentioned to them, and because he hates them, he brought them out to kill them in the wilderness. And these are your people, and your allotment, whom you brought out of the land of Egypt, by your great strength and by your high arm. At that time the Lord said to me, Carve out for yourself 2 tablets of stone like the former ones, and come up to me on the mountain, and you will make for yourself an ark of wood. And I will write on the tablets the words that were on the former tablets, which you smashed, and you shall put them in the ark. And I made an ark of indestructible boards, and carved the 2 tablets of stone like the former ones, and went up the mountain with the 2 tablets in my hands. And he wrote on the tablets, in accord with the first writing, the 10 words that the Lord had spoken to you on the mountain, from the midst of the fire. And the Lord gave them to me. And I turned and came down from the mountain, and put the tablets in the ark that I had made, and they were there, as the Lord commanded me. And the sons of Israel departed from Beeroth, of the sons of Joachim Misadai. There Aaron died, and there he was buried, and his son Eleazar became priest instead of him. From there they departed to Gad-Gad, and from Gad-Gad to Yetabatha, a land with a wadi of waters. At that time the Lord set apart the tribe of Levi to carry the ark of the covenant of the Lord, to stand before the Lord, to minister and to pray in his name, to this day. Therefore for the Levites there is not a part or allotment among their brothers. The Lord himself is his allotment, as he said to him. And I stayed on the mountain 40 days and 40 nights, and the Lord listened to me in that time also. And the Lord did not want to destroy you utterly. And the Lord said to me, Go, depart before this people, and let them go in and inherit the land that I swore to their fathers to give them. And now, O Israel, what does the Lord your God ask from you but to fear the Lord your God, to go in all his ways, and to love him, and to serve the Lord your God with the whole of your heart, and with the whole of your soul, to keep the commandments of the Lord your God and his statutes, that I command you today, so that it may be well with you? Look, the sky and the sky of the sky belong to the Lord your God, the earth and all that is in it. Yet your fathers, the Lord chose to love them, and he picked you, their offspring after them, you among all the nations, as it is this day. And you shall circumcise your hard-heartedness, and shall not harden your neck any longer. For the Lord your God is God of gods, and Lord of lords, the great God, mighty and fear-inspiring, who does not marvel at a person, neither will he take a bribe, doing justice to the great and orphan and widow, and loving the guest, to give him food and clothing. You shall also love the guest, for you were guests in the land of Egypt. You shall fear the Lord your God, and him you shall serve, and to him you shall hold fast, and by his name you shall swear. He is your boast, and he is your God, who did among you these great and glorious things that your eyes have seen. Your fathers went down to Egypt with 70 persons, and now the Lord your God has made you as the stars in the sky in number.